Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss on a topic dummy variable. So we'll be discussing dummy variable with the help of SPSS and Excel. As an introduction, as you all know, there are four types of variables. One is nominal, ordinal and scale. Usually in SPSS, even if the variable which comes under interval or ratio, we will enter it as scale. In our class, we have already solved a lot of problems related to ratio scale. But this should not give the impression that regression model can deal only with ratio scale variables. Regression models can also handle other types of variables which is mentioned previously. That means it can handle also nominal as well as ordinal. In this topic, we consider models that may involve not only ratio scale but also nominal scale variables. Such variables are known as indicator variables, categorical variables, qualitative variables, or dummy variables. When you take as a nature of dummy variable, as an example, as you all know, sex, race, color, religion, nationality, geographical region, and party affiliation. So these all are actually qualitative variables. These variables we can convert it as dummy variables. Such variables usually indicate the presence or absence of a quality, such as male or female. When it comes to the color, black or white. When it comes to religion, Catholic or non-Catholic. When it comes to the party affiliation, Democrat or Republican. So they are essentially nominal scale variables. So these variables sometimes indicates the presence or absence of a quality. One way we could quantify such variables by giving the values of 1 or 0. 1 indicating the presence of that attribute and 0 indicate the absence of that attribute. In our example, when you take as a sex, male if we give 1 as a value, female will be 0. If you take color as a qualitative variable, and if we have two options, black or white, if black, if we are giving 1 as a value, white will become 0. If you take religion as a variable and we have two options like Catholic and non-Catholic, if Catholic, if it is 1 as a value, non-Catholic will become 0. If it is party affiliation and we have as a variable and we have two options, Democrat and Republican, if Democrat, if it is 1 and Republican will become 0 as a value. So in one line, what is dummy variable? Dummy variable is nothing but the variables that assume such 0 and 1 values are called as dummy variables. So variables are not actually quantitative variables. Variables are actually qualitative variables that assume 0 and 1 values are called as dummy variable. Now it's very important to know also one point, that is value of dummy variable helps to convert qualitative variables into quantitative variables to run the regression function. If we want to run the regression function with the qualitative variables, let us say with the sex or with the age or with the with the color or with the party affiliation, if we want to run the regression using qualitative variables, so dummy variables helps to convert those variables into quantitative, then we can run the regression function. So which are the models that we use for running the regression function? We have two models which is popularly known as ANOVA and ANCOVA, analysis of variance and analysis of covariance. So what is analysis of variance? Analysis of variance is nothing but when we want to run the regression function, and in that regression function, if all the variables are qualitative variables, then we use the model called ANOVA, analysis of variance. The only thing is the variable should be a qualitative variables. In our example, we are going to take an example of 17 states. So already that you can see the state we have 17 from Andhra Pradesh to West Bengal, 1 to 17 states. So in our example, we have 17 states and we are going to divide these 17 states into three categories. In the previous slides, how we saw sex, and the category was two, male and female. Then color category, we saw white and non-white, that was two category. So same way, 17 states, it is divided into three categories. One is East, which consists of 6 states, Northwest region, which consists of 7 states, South, which consists of 4 states. So three categories is actually also known as M. So this letter you have to keep it in your mind. M is nothing but categories. So East 6 states, Northwest 7 states, and South 4 states. Now when we divide this, you can see East 6 states, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Orissa, West Bengal. These are the 6 states. Northwest, Gujarat, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. These are the 7 states. South, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. So these are the 4 states. Clear? Now total we have 17 states. Total number of categories that we have 3. That means M we have 3. So put together we have 17 states, and the information that is available is about the 17 state is per capita consumption expenditure of each state. Okay, per capita consumption expenditure of each state. So the information which is available on the screen is 17 states per capita consumption expenditure, and it is divided into 3 categories: South, then Northwest, then is East. So these are the 3 categories. So let us understand this with the help of Excel. Now what we have to find out is, so we have 17 states, we have per capita consumption expenditure. We have to find out the mean per capita consumption expenditure of the regions. Okay, we have 3 regions, right? One is East, one is Northwest, another one is South. So we have to find out mean per capita consumption expenditure of regions. So we will find out using Excel. Once we get the result, then we will run the same regression in SPSS and we will cross check how the results are same or is there any difference. So let us go to the Excel now. So I've already saved few examples. So the examples which was there in the PPT, it is there in Excel. Okay, so this is the sheet number 1. So we have states, like 17 states we have, and per capita consumption expenditure, this is the second column, and the raw data, one more information which is available, that is household size. Okay, so for time being, there are 3 columns. Now we have to find out the mean per capita consumption expenditure of each region. For that I have separated in a different sheet. I have separated 6 states, 7 states, and 4 states. Clear? 6, 7, and 4. So when it comes to 6 states, how to find out the mean per capita consumption expenditure of East region is very simple. We have to sum these 6 states, and when you divide by 6, we get 856.333. Clear? Okay, so if you don't know how to do the sum, just do it is equal to SUM sum, then just select all the 6, then close bracket, just enter, you get 5138. Then to find out the mean of per capita consumption expenditure, just divide this amount by 6, so you get 856. 856.33, 5138, 856.33. So 856.33 is actually the mean of East region. Now, when it comes to Northwest region, again, all the 7 states values are available. So the total is 7471, and the mean per capita consumption expenditure of Northwest region is 1067.286. So this says actually Northwest region per capita consumption expenditure. Now, so when it comes to South region, it's 1044, 902, 1465, 978, and the total is 4389.5, and the average is 1097.375. Again, this is the mean per capita consumption expenditure of South. So we have already found the values of East states, Northwest and South states, okay, using Excel. So let us go back. So using Excel, we have found the mean per capita consumption expenditure of the region, East and North and South. So East, as you know, in the Excel we got 856.33, Northwest 1067.286, and South we got 1097.375. So the next thing is we have to compare all these values with SPSS. To run the SPSS, we have to create a model. Okay, we have to create a regression function. When we create a regression function, then only we can run it in SPSS, and we can cross check the values with the Excel. The values what we got here, we can cross check whether both are same or not, and it should come same. Then only we can say dummy variable, whatever you have done in Excel and using dummy variable in SPSS, both are accurate. So as I said, if we want to use it in SPSS or econometrics model, we should understand what is M. M is nothing but the categories. So we have 3 categories, 17 states. So we have East, Northwest and South, 6, 7, 4. So 3 categories. The basic rule of a dummy variable is M minus 1. Okay, to run the regression, we have to come up with the model. Correct? So in the model, the question is how many dummies we should take. Now when you take as a category 3, we may take 3 dummies. If the categories are 4, we may take 4 dummies. So the question is how many dummies we should take in our model to run the regression function. For that, the basic rule is if the category is 3, 3 minus 1. So we'll be taking 2 dummies in the regression function. Clear? So in our example, M is 3. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So we'll be taking 2 dummies. So y hat is equal to beta 1 hat plus beta 2 hat. And we have dummy variables, dummy variable 1 and dummy variable 2. So 2. So 3 categories, 3 minus 1, 2. Now, as already I have shown as a model. So this is a model for the dummy variable for our example. With this model, we will be running the regression function in SPSS. So y is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2, d1 plus beta 3, d2. Because dummy variables are 2, the reason is the basic rule m minus 1. When you take as an example, as it is, y is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2, dummy variable 1 plus beta 3, dummy variable 2. So we'll be assuming here d1 as East region, d2 as Northwest region. You can assume whichever the region you want. So I am taking d1 as East region and d2 as Northwest region. So there is no South region. As I said, 3 categories. So m minus 1, the basic rule. So you'll be taking two dummies. So when you take two dummies, one dummy you will assign for one region, another dummy you will assign for another region. So D1 is east, D2 is northwest. To find out mean of per capita consumption expenditure of east region. So this part was a very easy in Excel. So you take all the 6 states and the average you take, and you will get the mean of per capita consumption expenditure. If you want to find out south, you take total of 4 states divided by 4, you will get the mean per capita consumption expenditure of south. But here we have to come up with the model. Now when you, as I said already, dummy variable 1 is equal to east, dummy variable 2 is equal to northwest. To find out mean of per capita consumption expenditure of east region, dummy variable 1 we give as 1, okay, dummy variable 2 will be giving as 0. Why? Because in this model, the above model, in this model, using this model, we have to find out the mean per capita consumption expenditure of east. So when you see this model, east region dummy is D1, so D2 is northwest, so D1 is east. So when there is east, when there is a presence of east, the value will be 1. When there is no presence of east, the value will be 0. So the presence of east, the value will be 1. So when the presence of northwest is not there, then the value will be 0. So you just substitute D2 0, D1 1. So you will get beta 1 plus beta 2 into 1, beta 2 and beta 3 into 0. This part will become 0. So mean of per capita consumption expenditure of east region is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2. Next one is mean of per capita consumption expenditure of northwest region. Now we are focusing on northwest region. D2 is northwest region. Okay, the presence of northwest region is 1. When there is no presence of northwest region, that means is 0. So we have to find out northwest region. So let us apply that values. Beta 1 plus beta 2, D1 is actually east. So there is no northwest. So D1 will become 0. So beta 2 into 0, it will become 0. Plus beta 3, when the presence of northwest is D2. D2 value is 1. So 1. So beta 3 into 1. So beta 3. So y is equal to beta 1 plus beta 3. So this became per capita consumption expenditure of northwest region. Now next one is mean of per capita consumption expenditure of south region. Now there is no dummy that we have taken for south region. Then how to find out the mean per capita consumption expenditure south region? It is also possible. See, there is no presence of south. So D1 will become 0. D2 will become 0. Why D1 will become 0? Because D1 is east. D2 is northwest. When the presence of east is there, D1 will become 1. When the presence of northwest is there, D2 will become 1. Now there is no presence of south in the model. So this also, D1 also will become 0. D2 also will become 0. So beta 3 will become 0. Beta 2 will become 0. Only one will remain, that will be beta 1. So this actually beta 1 is called as a benchmark or base. With that we compare. Now put it in nutshell, mean of per capita consumption expenditure, the formula which is available, this is the model with we are going to run the regression in the SPSS. To find out mean of per capita consumption expenditure, this is the tool. When we add both these things, we get, and mean of per capita consumption expenditure of northwest, y is equal to beta 1 beta 3. Mean of per capita consumption for south region, y is equal to beta 1. That means when we run the regression function, what values we get, okay, with that values, beta 1 will be south region per capita consumption expenditure. Beta 1 and beta 3, when we add, it will be mean of northwest region, and when we add beta 1 and beta 2, it will be mean of east region.